intros.
I know. You
The
can
best.
dance in background.
Yes.
I put that together like in 5 minutes because I was rushing today, but it worked out.
Oh.
So I'm happy. Yeah, because I was thinking I don't want to start a live without an intro. I'm so used to having
Yes.
something. So
Gotta get everyone pumped up. Do, do.
Exactly, right?
yeah. So hello everybody. Welcome to the Moon Scarab channel. My name is Ramon and I'm joined today by two lovely ladies who are fascinating and very loved here in the community. And we have Ange from Roots and Waves. Hello, Ange. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
This way. And we have the
Yeah.
awesome Heather from the Indigo Jaguar channel. Heather is no stranger to this channel. She's read with me before. So she's like part of any show that I do. Hello,
Yes.
Heather.
Hello,
Hi,
Ramon.
sister.
Hey, sister.
Sister.
Yes, and hello everybody. This is a special show we put together. As you know, tonight is going to experience a total lunar eclipse. I think it's going to be around 1:30 a.m.
2:59 Eastern Standard Time is what they're saying.
Yes, there you go. And we
Fun
wanted
fact.
to. I'm very fascinated by the moon. I have another show which is called Moon Alchemy, in which I do readings with Tarot Stash and Linda de Gonzalez, drawing
Mm-hmm.
energy on the moon for readings. But tonight, because this is such a fascinating event, I wanted to take advantage of this special energy to do readings with it. So I'm joined by these two ladies and by you to be able to share with you readings all across. So tonight we're going to be using the giveaway tool. And if you're interested in a reading, readings are free. If you're interested in a reading, please type the hashtag Eclipse. I'm going to type it here. Hope I don't get picked by the tool because it happened to me once.
Well, we can always read for Ramon. I haven't read for Ramon in a long time.
Right? Yeah. Why not? Hashtag Eclipse. Um, and we'll run the tool and randomly we'll get a pick and do a reading based on that. Sounds good?
Sounds
Sounds good.
great.
All right. Let me read this for you related to tonight's eclipse. It says tonight, March 13, 2025, we will experience a total lunar eclipse, often referred to as blood moon, as the Earth's shadow casts a reddish hue over the moon. This eclipse occurs in the mutable Earth sign of Virgo, marking a significant astrological event that emphasizes transformation, introspection, and the reevaluation of various aspects of our lives. The general astrological significance. Lunar eclipses are potent full moons that signify culminations and revelations. They often bring underlying issues to the surface, prompting necessary challenges and encouraging the release of outdated patterns. With the eclipse in Virgo, themes of organization, health, daily routines, and service comes to the forefront. This period urges us to assess how we manage our responsibilities and maintain balance between our personal needs and obligations to others. So it's interesting because today I was thinking in something related to this. I'm a type of person that I like to follow, patterns and getting organized. Like, for example, I prepare my lunch for the whole week and I pack it and so in the morning I just get my lunch from the freezer, from the refrigerator, put it in my lunch bag and go to work. But
Mm-hmm.
there's some days that I'm so much stressed that I forget my lunch, and then I end up eating some junk food which I hate, and then I feel crappy, and like everything falls apart. For something so small, which is, I mean, it's not that small. Going through a stressful situation, especially at work, but if we don't get a hold of these things, sometimes things around us can fall as dominoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a
Absolutely.
general thought. But the energy of this lunar eclipse, it invites us to assess, how we manage these responsibilities that are part of our universe, right? So we're going to explore this, and if anyone wants a reading, please type hashtag eclipse. The question for tonight is scrolled in the banner, and it's what hidden truths will this eclipse illuminate in my life? So we're gonna do a reading, whoever gets picked based on this question, and we'll see what happens. Sounds good?
Sounds
That's
great.
good. Let's get the pot started.
Anything you ladies want to add related to the eclipse? Have you ever seen a lunar eclipse?
Mm,
Oh, I don't know. My
yeah.
54 years, I'm pretty sure I have at some point.
I
Yeah.
I
remember
don't
when
know.
I was a kid, I saw one. I was living in Puerto Rico, and it was like the most fascinating thing because solar eclipses you really can't look at directly, but lunar, I think
Hmm.
it was maybe like in 1986. Maybe you weren't born, Ange. But it was like around 1986, and I remember the sky was clear, the moon was so big and bright, and I remember
Mm.
clearly it turned red. Little by little, you could see like the the shadow of Earth projecting over the moon, and it was the most fascinating thing
And it's
seeing it
supposed to
go
turn
in.
red tonight.
Yes, it turns red. Usually in
Hmm.
lunar eclipses, it turns
It's the
red.
blood moon.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll have to stay up if
Mm-hmm.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
if the sky is clear and you have a clear view, it's visible in the United States. Um, but it
Yeah.
depends on the weather, your local weather conditions. But if you had the opportunity, put the alarm and stay awake to see it, because the next
Yes.
one won't be till next year.
Right. Right. And
Mhm.
normally they don't happen for like 2.5 to 3 years because it was almost 3 years ago that we had our last one. And when we talk about a lunar, we're talking about a total lunar eclipse because there's different types of eclipse, but this is a
Yes.
total lunar eclipse tonight.
Hmm.
And the energy of this specific one in the sign of Virgo, because tomorrow's the Virgo full moon, the energies of this eclipse are very basically cracking the whip. If you've been putting something off, if you've been sort of playing small, if you've been doing any of that, this eclipse is going to call us out. It's going to call us out and it's going to really invite us to, step into the light, do the work. You know what I mean? Like, let's get going. Yeah. So that's what kind of energy it is today. So let's see what these readings have to say.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. So let's take a look. We had 13 entries. That's pretty
Ooh,
good.
that's a
We
good
have,
number. And today's the
yeah.
13th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do a quick shout out. Today's my fellow's birthday. He's out playing guitar with the fellas. So do a little
Oh,
shout out to my Shan. Happy birthday,
yes.
sweetheart.
Happy
Mwah.
birthday,
Happy
Shane.
birthday. Happy birthday from
Yeah.
all of us. Let's say hi
Yes.
to a few people who are here. First one in was Nancy from Crohn's Intuition. Hello,
Nancy.
Nancy. Thank you for being here. We had the beautiful Selena. Did I get that right? I always mess up that
Selena.
name.
And Selena's playing with
Selena,
Selena
Ange.
from,
Not Ange. Allison and I tomorrow night.
oh,
So
yes, I can't miss that.
excited. Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. We have Anna Flippa.
Yeah.
Filipa. Anna Filipa. Hello, Anna Filipa.
fun.
Thank you for being here. We have Keith Fletcher.
Hey,
Hello,
Keith.
Keith.
Yes, Keith.
We have Sanja. Hello, Sanja. We have Joanne Miranda. Hello, Joanne. Thank you for
Joanne.
being here. We have the beautiful Patsy Q.
Oh,
Hello,
beautiful.
Patsy. We have the awesome Rossi. Hello,
Hi,
Rossi.
Diana.
Great to see you. We had Divine Timing. Hello. We
That's
have
cute.
Mayralise Waters. Hello, Mayralise. Don't remember seeing you, but welcome. Welcome to one of our shows. We
Yes.
have Anna Mesnix. Hello. Thank you for being
Mm.
here. Janet Lee.
Hi,
Hello, Janet.
Janet.
Who else? Who else? I don't want to miss anyone. I'm sure more people will pop in. Oh, we
Mhm.
have Beth Aspazia Rising. Hello,
Hey,
Beth.
Beth. I didn't see you pop in.
Yeah, we have Big Ant.
Sandra.
Let's see, Big Ant, Warrior for Truth,
Oh, I like that.
Warrior for
uh,
Truth says they're new here,
Dina.
new to chat.
Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
welcome. It's always nice to see new
Dina.
people.
We
Hi,
have the
Dina.
beautiful Linda Fraser. Hello, Linda. Great to see you. Thank you for your support always. Let's see. There's a lot of entries.
Nivra.
Oh, we have Alexandra. Hello, Alexandra. She's watching us from
Ooh,
Vienna
that's
in
beautiful.
Austria. Thank you for
Look,
being
it's just
here. Nivra. Hello, Nivra. We have the beautiful Karen, Bard of Cards.
Karen. Mwah.
Hey,
My
hey.
fellow poetess.
Yes. I want to go to that new show you have.
Oh
That's how we
yes,
met. That's how we connected through poetry,
I
right?
think it was. Yeah, either that or
Yes.
arts.
It was through poetry because I
Okay.
posted a video in which I was like writing right there on camera a poem, and then you
That's
messaged
right.
me. Yes, and that's how we connected.
That's right. And the rest
Yes.
is
Mm.
history.
The rest is history. It's
Hmm.
been so many moons that we shared
There you go.
Yes.
shows. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the entries. We have 14 entries now.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see.
We got a couple new people. Even Big Ant said that they're new here. So welcome, welcome everybody.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, let's see. Hold on. I don't want to mess this up. All right.
Total eclipse of the heart. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Aspasia Rising.
Beth!
Beth.
Ooh, bad.
All right, Beth. So we're going to do a reading for you. And again, the question is, what hidden truth will this eclipse illuminate in my life?
And Nivra, if you want to be added to the spin, just type in hashtag eclipse and that'll get you into the spinner, my dear.
Yes. We're simulcasting on Angie's channel and on mine. If you're not subscribed to Angie's channel, please follow her. We did a live last night in which I interviewed her, a show that I have called In Orbit With, and it was a fascinating conversation. It was
It
like
was.
so insightful, so
It was.
insightful.
I
And
had
it's
like a
one of
couple of emails after that. And one of actually my husband sat and watched the whole thing. He don't normally doesn't. I mean, he supports me.
really,
He loves what I
uh-huh,
do. But he was like, "Hey, that conversation was so fascinating last night. I watched it from start to finish." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Okay." And
really,
then I had a couple of
wow,
emails afterwards too from different people. Yeah, so it was really good. I enjoyed
wow,
it.
that's awesome. That's great. So we're gonna do it in order of screen. Ange, you're first. I organize in alphabetical order. Um,
Of course you did.
and whenever you ladies are ready, we can start.
Okay. So, what hidden truths will this eclipse illuminate in my life? What hidden truths?
Ooh.
Oh, girl. Mm.
If anyone's ready, it doesn't have to follow the the order.
Most likely, I won't be ready first because I never am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Me and my layers. Okay. That. Mm.
Okay. I'll start. So the first card I got is the Five of Cups, and on this deck, the keyword is loss, right? And this card typically this is Mars and Scorpio, and typically it represents loss, grief, regret, a feeling of disappointment, right? It's that image in the Rider Waite that is that man standing and he's looking at the cups in front of him that are tossed over, but it's not looking at the ones in the back. So this is the first card. That's the general meaning. I'll add together with the other ones the message. The second card I got is from Lenormand, and it's the Rider. And this represents news, but it's also movement, transition, the arrival of new things, speed. And the combination of these two cards, what it's telling me is that this is a moment of cutting away things that no longer serve you, right? It could be in the emotional aspect because cups are represented by emotions, right? But what it's telling me is this is the moment to illuminate, bring light to those areas in your life that no longer serve you, right? And cut them off. There's a moment of loss. It doesn't mean that you will lose something in a sad way, right? But there's an invitation to cut away and move away from those patterns that no longer serve you, especially in the emotional side, right? And focus your attention and your energies on things that you want to do. Don't look back with regret, but look forward towards something new. Uh, the oracle card that I pulled says Starlit Path. And the message is follow the light of your aspirations. The universe is illuminating your way forward, right? Don't look at the back. Don't look with regret. What's past is past. Look forward. Life is short, so this is an invitation to follow those aspirations and those things that you really want to do. Make the best of it because honestly, it's never late. There's always an opportunity to start anew and do whatever you want to do. So I'm sending you positive vibes, and I hope this message resonates with you, and you could go forward with it. And she's
Okay.
saying, "Thank you very much. Yes, that follows my dreams of late.
Oh,
Yes, totally tracks. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm glad to hear that.
So, Beth, I'm going to start with the Oracle card first, and I have the Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. Now, in this deck, it can be whether or not it's time to start casting your net, stop waiting for when is it the right time to start casting the net and pulling in, but it also kind of warns against possibly are you the one casting the net or are you caught in someone else's net? And looking at your cards, I'm feeling like this is going to be kind of a bit of a I don't say a warning, but of a an awareness being brought to your attention, the hidden truths. So your tarot cards, initially the top one was the Tower. I did get the Tower for you, and I wanted a clarification for the Tower, and I got the Eight of Wands. So whether this has happened or it may be in the process of happening, something suddenly occurred has or it has occurred recently that caused this tower moment. And that's why I'm kind of looking at the netcaster as in more being aware of making sure that the nets that are in your life are ones cast by you and not caught by in someone else's. When I looked at the overall energy, I did get the Hierophant at the bottom. And so I wanted a clarifier for the Hierophant, and of course, spiritual traditions. So it feels like something spiritual that you have been working towards, or something spiritual in your life. Could be an individual has kind of maybe taken you by surprise. The Tower, things kind of moved a little fast. But I also want a clarifier for your Hierophant, and I got the Knight of Pentacles, and in this deck the Knight of Pentacles is looking towards the past. And so for me, it's like past Hierophant, past spiritual traditions that are kind of, still there, kind of lurking below the surface of that water in that net. So with the Tower, things moving fast, it just feels like there was something recently on maybe of a more spiritual nature or of an academic or mentorship where maybe perhaps someone isn't quite appearing to be as they seem. So be sure that the net again is the one that you're casting, bringing in the positive to you, and not someone luring you in with their net. And for tonight, I brought one of my hand painted ducks with me to use, and I pulled this guy. And to me, this is the nature spirit. So for me, I
Mm.
feel like what hidden truths will illuminate, eclipse will illuminate, maybe with the spiritual tradition, um, or well, with the spiritual, with their hierophant, there are possibly elementals or elements that you can call on to be able to bring to your aid with the green here, this is very grounding. This is very earth. This is, and there's multiple ones in here, as you can see. And so I feel like if you start to feel that net tightening, or with this situation with this individual, or just maybe energy, overall energy in life, know that you can get in touch with that, your nature spirits, your elementals. You have that spiritual grounding, and connection, to help you, to get you grounded in moments where, oh my God, it's the tower, things are moving too fast. Call on the green man. It could be, a fey elemental. Um, but just kind of sit, be out in nature, and kind of commune and feel what is being, drawn to you, or who you feel, you're being drawn to, or they're, how I'm trying to say this here. It feels like you're both like looking for each other, and they know where he knows where you are, but you're still looking for him. And I'm feeling like that's where this is coming, just to make sure that, again, they just keep emphasizing the net, making sure that you're not caught up in that takes you away from, you know, the spirituality, yeah, the spirituality. I'm trying to figure out where my words are going here. Um, yeah, just keep saying spirituality. They're there for you, your elementals, and I'll just end right there, Beth. I don't want to drag it
That
on
was
so
awesome. No,
much.
no, that was
Yes.
awesome. She says, "Wow, this is so spot on, confirming my thoughts in the last 24 hours." Yes,
Okay.
Heather. Leaning into
So the
paganism for
green, so
sure.
yeah, the green man, the fae, you know, any gods that are of the earth, that you can call upon, to be
Wow.
your teacher
Mm-hmm.
and your mentor, and to help you get grounded.
And those
Yes,
cards,
definitely.
though. Oh my gosh,
They're
Heather, I love
beautiful. I put
Oh,
you on
it.
big screen because I was
I
like
saw it. I was
fascinated by
looking. I
the
was like, what?
colors and
Heather's like, what the hell? Oh
I
my
was
gosh. Okay, Beth, here we go. So we start off with the High Priestess. I love this because as soon as I heard Hidden Truths, she's the first person that popped into my head. And if you saw her live yesterday, you know this is my girl. I love the High Priestess.
hmm
So here we go with the High Priestess. Okay, so what this could be saying then in terms of hidden truths and this eclipse is that, you know, clearly, anytime that it comes up in a reading, I'm always reminded to tell the person wanting the reading about, trusting your intuition. Okay. But because you're in a lot of our chats, I feel like you are pretty good with that. Like you do trust your intuition. So that's not really a hidden truth. So if we go a little bit further with this, then this is maybe paying closer attention to your dreams, to your synchronicities that are occurring in your life. And I have this little book that fell out with it, and the high priestess is all about her little secrets and mysteries. But again, that this could just mean like information coming through to you, right? In the dream world. Specifically, the dreams have been coming up a lot lately, so pay attention to those dreams. Okay. And then we have the 10 of cups as well, right next to the high priestess, and this is about emotional fulfillment. Okay. I don't necessarily think that that's a hidden truth, but I just think that um that paying attention to synchronicities and your dreams will bring you more of that emotional fulfillment into your life. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles talks about, patience and determination. But specifically, this is saying that, reminding you to stay committed to what you're working on. Like if you know how like you're working towards something and you kind of feel like it's not going fast enough and you kind of feel a little bit stagnant. This card is reminding you, like, as a hidden truth, like, don't give up, like, keep going, because it can be discouraging. We have a discouragement card. It can be discouraging when our plans are not moving on as quickly as we want it to. Just keep paying attention to the details. We have the needle and the thread, so follow the thread, meaning follow the synchronicities through things specifically right now. But it's really cool because with the charm I got for this is like the thimble with the needle and the thread. So that is all about like those fine details and like maybe even mending something that needs mending. It could be physically mending, but I feel like it's more like emotional or spiritual or something to that nature. And in terms of, like I said, like slow and steady, like keep working away at it. We actually have the shovel and the pail that came out together, which usually that doesn't happen together, but they did. So again, that's like slow and steady with that Knight of Pentacles. You'll get there. Just don't be discouraged. And then the last card I have for you is focus and art. Is focus and art. So it goes really hand in hand, excuse me, with that needle and thread and that thimble I was talking about. So it's really asking you in terms of these hidden truths to pay attention to the fine details in terms of your dream world and synchronicities appearing in your life. And so that is what I have for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
we
was
both
awesome.
got the Knight of
And
Pentacles. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
uh-huh. And we got 2 cards of cups also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of them was the 5 of cups, the sense
Mhm.
of loss, and then the other one, which is double 10, also on cups. It's the other side. It's that fulfillment. So it's like 2 emotions that are like facing each other that are opposites, right? And you're in the
Mhm.
middle. And she says, "Yes, definitely, Ange. That book is a reminder to be journaling my dreams."
Hey.
Totally.
Yep.
And she adds, I know what that 10 of cups stands for, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. I totally get it. Personal cards to me. Thank you, Ange, for
Oh,
facilitating that.
of course. Yes. Thank you so much for allowing us to read for you.
Yes,
Hey,
totally.
Maruta.
All right.
Hey,
Hi,
Maru.
Maruta. Maruta, how are you, Madame Maruta? Tapestry of the Unseen. Hello. I haven't.
Lila.
I love. Oh, look at those puppy dogs. Those are so cute.
Yes, and
The
she
chow
has those.
chows.
She has those dogs too.
Oh,
Nice.
Chow
the chow chow.
chows.
So,
Yes.
Maruta, if you want a reading, type hashtag Eclipse, and we're using the StreamYard giveaway tool to randomly pick someone. All right. So let's go to our next person. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. And who will it be?
Who could it be?
Joanne
Joanne.
Miranda.
Yay, Joanne.
Yay.
Yep. Who can
Jo
it be now?
Joanne.
Who could it be? Not the
Joanne, are you here?
one.
Joanne, please let us know that you're here.
Um,
Joanne Miranda, are you here?
Yes.
Yes, Joanne is here. Scorpio Goddess, please type hashtag Eclipse, because the tool doesn't recognize just the word Eclipse. So put hashtag Eclipse so you can entry
There you
in
go. You got
the
it, sweetheart.
into the Twitter. Super, thank you.
And what interest for this eclipse?
Okay.
Joanne Miranda. What hidden truths will this eclipse eliminate in my life?
I'm all set, Ramon.
Go ahead.
If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joanne, I'm going to start with the oracle, and I was told to pull two. I was supposed to look at the top and the bottom, and they both have buildings to it. Your first one is Heart Home, which is about compassion, and the bottom card is Overflow, Overwhelm, and Plenty. And looking at the card, it feels like what I'm seeing here immediately is that with the overflow, sometimes we can feel overwhelmed with what goes on in our daily lives in our home. What goes on in the outside world doesn't help, and it's those times where when we feel that overwhelm, to remember the plenty, to remember what we do have, to be grateful for that. When things get really like heavy and you feel like you're drowning in those overflowing emotions, just think of it as the cup overfloweth with positivity and with good things that are in your life. And to also make sure that you show yourself compassion um, for yourself, especially things aren't very easy right now for a lot of us in this world. And trying to run a home, trying to have a family, trying to have a job, trying to pay everything, just remembering to give yourself back that self-soothing, that self-care that is needed. And if there are days where you feel like you just can't do, or you feel like you may have failed, or you feel like you're just kind of floundering in that overwhelm of water, just know to have compassion for yourself. From my deck with the circle, I got this beautiful pink. This was made for my one of my heart chakras, because the heart chakras are both pink and green. And for me, here it goes with the heart home and the compassion. It goes with the greens that are in this one here, to really focus on what is going on with you. Make sure that you are giving yourself, again, that self love, that self nurturing, that compassion that you show others. Make sure that you share that with yourself as well. And when I first saw this, I immediately see like a pink dragon. I don't know if you have, if you're familiar with having dragons in or around you, but it feels like with that dragon, it's that dragon of love, of pink, of that energy. And what are dragons? Dragons are, transformative. They're fiery. They're protective. And again, maybe circling and protecting the heart, protecting your home, protecting yourself and your emotions, boundaries, healthy boundaries from what's going on out in the outside world. And your two tarot cards for you, your overall energy is Nine of Cups. So this is a good thing. It feels like right now this overflow may be a feeling of plenty. There may be times when you feel like it's overwhelming, but I love that this is Nine of Cups. So just know that that overall energy of happiness, joy, and again, self love. And the top one, the two I have, is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, again, about, looking ahead. What can you accomplish? The Two of Wands is about taking that initial idea of the Ace of Wands. And now that you have two of them, making decisions, making plans so that you can bring that into the third dimension. And I love this, Joanne. And again, just remember to show yourself some love if things get hard, and also people in our lives, in our world, on even on TV, just try to show and have some sort of compassion. But again, to make sure that you have that for yourself. And if you have that dragon, reach out to that dragon. That dragon's there to help you, open that heart, to heal it, and to remind you to nurture and protect. So that's what I have for you, Joanne. I hope that resonated.
That was awesome. And she mentioned that she actually collects dragons.
Okay.
Yes, because I saw a dragon too in the design.
Mm-hmm. I see a couple. So I see horse,
Yeah.
I see dragon,
Mm-hmm.
seahorse. Sometimes what stood out to me most was the dragon. So there you go.
Totally. How about are you ready, Ange?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, Joanne, so we start off with the Queen of Cups in this reading. And, in terms of hidden truths, this is talking about nurturing yourself and maybe asking yourself, have you been giving too much of yourself? In terms of that, all the love and care and attention that you give to others, like, have you been giving that to yourself lately? And if not, just kind of reflect on that. And then we have the Seven of Cups, so another Cups card. And this is about, you could possibly right now be being pulled in many different directions, right? Do you feel overwhelmed? Are there any distractions in your life right now, right? Um, so sometimes it can be hard to see, what's um, sort of see through the fog of the exhaustion when we're taking on so much and getting pulled in so many different directions. So sometimes the Seven of Cups can talk about distractions, right? And distractions can come easily when we're not looking after ourselves and we're kind of like, looking after so many other people. And then we have the King of Pentacles. All right. And the King of Pentacles, this is basically asking you to focus on being more grounded, of course, which could help with the, taking care of too many other things and being pulled in different directions. And this could also represent somebody in your life who could potentially, help um, come into your life and help you with that stability, to help you feel more grounded and stable in your life, right? Um, we have a oracle card, which is the mirror. And this is all about self-awareness. So it kind of goes hand in hand with what we're just talking about. And we have the little mirror that came out with it, right? So that's crazy how that happens sometimes, but it did. So we got double mirror, whatever that means to you. But yeah, this is definitely talking about self-awareness and maybe reflecting, back onto yourselves about beliefs or habits, things of that nature. Um, on the King of Pentacles, we also have the stack of money. So that could potentially mean something to you as well. And then we have the Faith card as well. And so, here it's just talking about trusting the process, right? Like, even if you're struggling right now, things are unfolding as they should. Just have faith, in terms of how everything's unfolding. We have the shell that landed on there. A lot of watery energy here because we got the shell here. We got the Two Cups card. We have the mermaid tail, right? This is all about things, maybe not always appearing what they are, which is also like the Seven of Cups kind sometimes. And the last card I have for you is how do you get past the doubt? How do you get past the doubt? And so again, this kind of goes hand in hand with the faith and trusting the process, right? And in terms of doubting yourself, sometimes, and we have the word lost that came up. Sometimes we can feel lost, right? When we're being pulled in all these different directions and we're not, maybe taking the proper time for ourselves. And then, just to throw a little Dolly Parton in here, pour yourself a cup of ambition. Pour yourself a cup of ambition. So and that's just kind of a cute little thing saying like, sometimes we need a little pick me up here. But yeah, so overall, like in terms of the hidden truth, it's just like reminding yourself to kind of like slow down. Don't be so distracted by things that are pulling you in all these different directions, to get more grounded and stable. And yeah, do some self-reflection, self-awareness in this eclipse season. Yeah, that's what I have for you.
Wow, that was very similar to the message of the cards that I got as well.
Hmm.
There's a theme here of of cups overflowing. So there's a lot of like emotions mixed here, right?
Yes.
There's like I don't know, it's overwhelming emotions,
Yep.
happiness, sadness, etc. So the message here is to make use of all that energy and focus it into something positive, right? The first card I got is the Four of Wands, and this is a card. The keyword is celebration, but at the same time, this is an emotion that is overwhelming as well. So to me, the underlying message here is the overwhelm that you might feel sometimes in terms of directions, what to do. There's a lot of confusing thoughts coming to you, right? That's where the Seven of Cups from Ange came also. Four is a number that it could indicate a sense of stagnation. It's a number of stability, but in the sense of in an emotional sense, it could be a feeling that you feel there's something in your life that's lacking motion, that you've been stagnant, and this is causing emotions of anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, and this is where this all this overlying theme of overwhelm and overflowing is coming from. The message here is to slow down and reflect, like Ange was saying, because the second card I got is the snail, and this is a Lenormand oracle. This is past the 36, so this is number 38. And here the snail, the message is about time, change, growth, and more than anything, patience and going forward. And Ange mentioned a word. She said a word that it's key to the third card that I got, and it's unfolding, right? The third card I got is an oracle card, and it says cosmic awakening. And it says a deeper understanding of your purpose is unfolding. Embrace this awakening. So you're going through possibly a turbulent moment right now emotionally. The message here is to trust the process, slow down. Things are unfolding for you. And the universe has a clear path for you to go forward, one of light, of clarity, and of fulfillment. So just trust in the process, trust your capabilities, cut off things that don't no longer serve you, and clear the path for a lot of positive things that are coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got for you.
Nice. And
Wow.
did you see Miss Tarot D joined us for a moment?
Yes, Miss Terrell D.
The diva
Hello.
herself.
I know. I didn't want to interrupt the readings, but I did see her. Hello, Miss Beautiful Terrell D.
I mean, I
Great
looked
seeing
down
you.
and saw "Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy." I didn't even have to look to see who said it. I
Yep.
was like, "Miss Tarot D's in the
Yeah.
Miss Tarot
house."
D's in the
Yes.
house.
I know. I kind of scheduled this show at 8 because I know Miss Terrell D weekdays she goes early to bed. So
Oh,
you
You're
influenced
welcome,
the
Joanne.
decision to start at 8. We wanted to have you here.
Yes.
Yes, Joanne. Thank you very much for the
you are very
opportunity of reading
welcome.
for you.
Yes.
Yes. And let's go to the next one. Are we ready?
Yep.
Ready.
All right.
Ooh, 18 entries. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And 18 is what? The moon card.
There
Ooh.
you go. Rossi.
Ooh.
Rossi.
Rosanna.
Love that
Rosanna.
card.
Rosanna.
Rosanna. Never thought that a girl like you would ever feel for me.
Of course, Miss Sarah D. Thank
Rosanna.
you. You're special to all of us too.
Mm,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
love you. She's
We
like,
love.
I'm
People
here.
people are gonna think we're in love, Miss Sarah D.
Oh,
Mm,
too late.
I,
Too
Mm.
I
late for
gotta
that.
wrestle no worries.
Who cares? We are. Let's confess, we are.
There's a
That's
little bit
right.
of Miss
That's
Tarot
right.
D to go around, right?
Uh-huh. Everyone can have a taste.
Ooh.
Mm. Mm.
Rossi, are you here?
Yes, she is, hon.
Yes, she
Yes.
is here. Hello, Rossi. Thank you.
Rossi. Okay, my friend Rossi. Let's go. Let's see here. All right. That beautiful black kitty cat on her little profile picture there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like my Mozzie.
Let's see, Eclipse Illuminating.
Oh, Lila, I love your chow chows. I had a high school teacher who had a chow chow, and her and I used to talk about them all the time. She also had a Samoyed too, that she loved. And you're reading for Rosanna.
Hmm.
Ramon, just so you know, Lila's on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Just don't want to confuse who we were reading for. I love her name too for her channel. That's very cool. Whoa.
Lila.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Interesting. I'm all set. I can go.
Go ahead.
Rosanna. Your oracle card is the farther gate, taking a bold step forward. So that gate is opening and you are going through that, or you want to go through that. You're not quite through the gates yet, but they're open. You've opened them and just waiting for you to move forward into past the gate and up to the next one, next phase, or um, the next phase of your life, or your next phase of, because I know you were having a reading with Linda and Jonathan. I caught some of it, and it sounds like you're in maybe studying in groups or something. So whatever that is, keep working on that. I think you were talking about elementals earlier too today. So you're taking a bold step forward in your spirituality, in your abilities, and connecting um, with your own personal higher realms and your guides and your ancestors. Um, I'm going to go to my card, or my I don't know if I call it card, I call it circle, but you got what would consider the lower chakra ones. We have reds, we have oranges, and we have yellows in here, and those are, the lower chakras. The red, getting grounded. They're also the color of wands. They're fire. It's about passion, getting grounded, taking any energies that are not aggressive energies that it's basically like the fight or flight mode. And what I love with this is that we're taking the flight, the farther the gate, the bold step forward. So you're taking that fiery energy and you're going into the orange, you're being creative, you're exploring. And then we have the yellows, which are all about your personal power, standing in your personal power. And I was looking around, turning this around, looking for things, and for some reason I kept feeling like there is some sort of tadpole or a frog in here, even though I really don't see it. I see a shape or a form that makes me think of one. So it's kind of like tapping into the energies of Mother Earth when she was forming. This is like the primordial ooze that we all came out of, and things started growing and developing out of. And one of my circles down here has 8 right there. And one of your tarot cards is actually an 8, and it's the 8 of Swords. And now, right now, to move into that gate, the bold step forward, what what this card recommends or focuses on, this is what the hidden truths, the eclipse will illuminate, is tapping in and showing you that there are still some um, blocks, mental blocks you are putting around yourself. The 8 of Swords is typically, I know this is a pip deck, but the typical is you showing a woman surrounded by swords, blindfolded, but she's loosely bound. So she's kind of there um, of her own choosing. And so with the reds and the oranges and the moving forward, game, that bold step forward, don't be afraid to do that. Leave those swords behind. Take that blindfold off. Have confidence in yourself. Move forward. And the overall energy, again, the Two of Wands came up. And that's about making decisions, planning, tapping into that energy, knowing that, the world is basically your oyster. You can explore what you want to do spiritually, with your abilities, developing, enhancing um, yourself on a spiritual level, on a psychic level. Um, but just all in all, we just kind of have to get out of our heads. But looking at the other cards, it feels like you are already doing that. I love these cards for you. And that's what I have for you, Rosanna. Thank you.
That's awesome.
And
All
8 is
right.
her personal year in numerology.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Same here, me too, girl.
nice. Do you want to go ahead, Ramon, or do you want me to go? Or
You can go ahead if you're ready.
okay, I am ready. Rossi, here we go. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles. All right, so this actually got two pages in this reading, which is cool. But this one particularly is referring to a new opportunity for growth. And it came out next to the Two of Cups. So I would say the opportunity for new growth in relationships right now. And specifically, what I'm getting is connections, like networking relationships, like, I don't know, like friendships, but more based upon like I keep hearing like mutual knowledge, whatever that means. So some maybe you're studying with people or studying with somebody, or you're just really good friends with somebody who is interested in the things you are in terms of like a topic that you both want to dive into. But anyway, the hidden truths for this eclipse are that there's new opportunities for growth with the people that you're connecting with. So, aligning more clearly with the relationships that you already have. And then on top of that, we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about, curiosity and clarity again as well. But this specifically is reminding you to make sure that you have all the information, right, and all the knowledge before you're making any decisions going forward, right? It could be in those relationships, like I was just mentioning, or it could be unrelated and just related to something else, of course. And then we have the word freedom that showed up. What I love about this card is it showed up with the scale. Okay. So this is talking about freedom from something weighing you down. So, breaking free some kind of limitation, something that's weighing you down. The draft talks about seeing things from a different perspective with his big old long neck there. And then we have the tome and the quill. And this points to study, not only study, but also with paying attention to the fine details, dotting your I's, crossing your T's. But specifically, the tome and quill to me is about like deep study into something. And then we have this charm that came out that says, don't judge what you don't understand. Okay. Um, that could be relating to your studies and relating to the group of people that you're with. Um, and then I end with this card that says, how do you know when to get off the ride? um, and it's really interesting because we have the word when that showed up and it fell right on this card. So it's like, okay, there's a little card that showed up. So when do you know to get off the ride? It's basically just saying, stay curious, stay focused, keep planting those seeds, keep networking, studying and all of these things. But in terms of that freedom card showing up with the scale, it's really reminding you to try to let go of the things that are weighing you down and holding you back. Because this ride that this is talking about could mean sometimes we're too busy, right? And with some of the things that are holding us down and holding us back could be keeping us from moving forward in, our studies, and then of course in other parts of our life as well. So that's what I have for you.
That was awesome. That was beautiful. All right, so I got three cards for you, and the very interesting message as well. The first card I got is the Sun, and the Sun is a card that talks about here. The keyword is vitality, but it's a card that represents illumination, joy, clarity, and more than anything, personal power. Right? It talks about stepping into the light, embracing success, and feeling confident in the path that you're taking. So there's a moment of illumination, right? Second card I got from Lenormand is the snake. And the snake, I really read it differently than the traditional meaning. To me, the snake represents, the release, the transformation, and leaving behind, shedding those things that no longer serve you, right? To me, it's saying also that it's a necessary transition because if you know about snakes or any reptile, that shedding process is one that is really painful, but it's one that is necessary to shed, to release and bring to the surface your new skin. So this is talking about a moment of clarity and transformation, one that might be difficult at first, but it's one that is necessary. So the message here is to embrace with optimism this change, right? Things are going to be brighter, and this is a time for rebirth, a new cycle. Interestingly, this the sun is card 19, and I'm all about numerology. So to me, 1 and 9 is 10. So it's the 10 is a number of closing a cycle, right? Cycle that closes and a new one that opens. So this is a message of transformation. And the third card has a similar message as well. And it says cosmic awakening. And the message down here is a new level of consciousness is emerging. Embrace the insights that come your way. So, this is a time of rebirth, of transformation, and the universe telling you to trust the process because the outcome is going to be one positive for you and a breakthrough that's going to be transformative more than anything. That's what I got for you.
Ramon, can I add something to for Rosanna?
Yeah,
Or wait a minute, Ange, did you go yet, hon?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
she
Oh,
did.
okay. I didn't want to interrupt. I couldn't remember. I was just looking at this, and when we were talking about, and Ramon, you just said rebirth, the snake shedding
Mhm.
the skin. Phoenixes are also about transmutation, rebirth. And I
Yeah.
actually, for me, when I was turning this around, I kind of saw that. I saw a head here. I see the wings, the fire in the middle, and the long tail. So I just wanted to point that out to Rosanna, that to go along with with yours about transmutation, transformation, tapping into that energy. So I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to add that.
Yes, that was
Hmm.
fascinating. Thank you so much.
I know. I'm
And
sorry, Miss
R-
Tarody. I didn't mean to nap. I kind of
and
spaced out.
Rossi says, I love this reading. You all read different aspects of what I'm going through right now. Love you. Thank you so much for your feedback. That's awesome.
Galactic
We're all
shaman class. Oh,
yes,
wow. That's
Right?
different.
That's
galactic.
like, who teaches that class? I need to
Sh-
take that class. Like, what?
just the title is so intriguing, right? Galactic
Wow.
Shaman class.
There's
Wow.
nothing like that around here.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
All right, we're almost at an hour. Are we good for to continue?
I'm
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
Okay,
good. Yeah.
awesome. All right,
I
let's
had a cup
pick
of
our
coffee.
nice.
My cup of ambition.
Yep. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Working 9 to 5. Sorry. Rolling rink again. Roller skating. Dina.
Dina Touch Tui Toi
Tohi.
Tohi.
Sorry.
Dina, are you here?
Tina.
Dina, please let us know if you're here.
Tanis is teaching it. Okay. Twillo lifestyle. Yeah, I don't resonate with the star beans, at least not yet. That might be opening up for me a little bit later, but those who do, she has some very interesting tales that she tells about her
Says,
being part of the
I'm going to
Galactic
be
Federation.
singing. I'm going to be singing
Yes,
Dolly Parton.
exactly.
Yeah. Now I have the song in my head right now. Dina, are you here? Please let us know. Dina
I have
1,
seen her.
Dina 2, and Dina 3. All right. I think we lost Dina. Let's
Aw.
do. All right. Let's do another round. Okay.
Well, Anna said she's coming, but I think Dina might be Anna's friend, but that's okay. We'll go on to the next
Mm.
and then we'll...
Mm-hmm. Warrior for truth.
Yay!
Warrior for Truth.
And they are
Warrior for
here.
Truth. Are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Please let us know.
Yep. She's right
Yeah.
above Miss Tarot D.
Yep. And Warrior for Truth. They said
Yes.
they were new here, so I love reading for new
I
people
do too,
too.
and this is so cool.
I mean, I love reading for
Okay.
anybody, but new people, they get a feel for how we read, right?
Mm. We have a troll.
Uh
Where?
oh, where?
Um, Hi
I'm
troll.
in
I'm honored
yours.
you're stopping by and taking your time.
Oh, that
Oh, I
one.
didn't. So,
Dang, you guys are quick because
where?
I never saw
I
it.
didn't even
Wow.
see it either. I'm like, where?
No, you guys are great.
All right.
Mhm. Oh, Kristen, it's hashtag eclipse. And hello, Kristen. Welcome, and everybody joining us. Hello, hello. I'm sorry I haven't been able to keep up to chat because I'm focused on the readings, but I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're watching on my channel, Roots and Waves, please head on over to both Ramon Moonscarab and to Heather's channel and give them a like and a subscribe as well. All of the links are located in the description.
So Miss Kristen Louise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kristen Louise. She's over on my channel. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Kristen.
Our beautiful Kristen.
Okay, what's in truth?
Ooh, so Warrior for Truth says this eclipse is exactly on my sun 12th house. Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
There we go. Boy, Maruda, you're fast. I was going to go for them.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out. Ugh. Here, let's clear this. Ooh. Warrior for Truth. Here we go. Whoa.
I'm ready.
All right.
I pulled 3 cards, and the message here is very similar between all of them. First card I pulled is the Fool for the Major Arcana. And what caught my eye is the bird that's there, right? That dove. And as we know, the Fool is a card that talks about new beginnings, taking risks, taking a leap of faith, but going forward towards something unknown, right? The message here is that this new period is going to uncover a new path for you. And it's an invitation to go forward and follow the things that you want. This is a moment that you're going to experience a lot of transition, changes, but one that it's going to move you in a forward direction towards the things that you want. Second card I pulled, and it's a similar imagery. Here is the storks from Lenormand, and this talks about change, variation, modification, going forward, flying, going ahead. So it's a very similar message to the essence of the Fool, right? It's going forward, taking that risk, and trying something new. The third card I pull is an oracle card, and it says Galactic Journey. And the message here is your path is unfolding. Trust the process and enjoy the ride of discovery. So you might be aware of something new coming in your life. So the message here is to embrace it, because there is a positive and an underlying lesson to be learned here. And just trust the process, right? Trusting yourself, trusting your capabilities, and go ahead. That's what I got for you.
All righty. You still doing your okay? I didn't know
Still
if
doing
you
my
want.
thing.
You're still doing her thing. Okay, so okay, let me just remind myself. Warrior for Truth. Your oracle card is mindful, and it's about group thinking. And group think is when we tend to lose sight of who we truly are and what we think and what we feel and what we believe, because we kind of want to follow a certain crowd, a certain way of thinking. It's kind of like when we get into those kind of like groups or something, where again group think, where we may have people who, how do I say this? Oh, it's making sure that whatever group you are a part of, whether spiritual, work, any sort of aspect of how we connect as human beings to one another, those groups, to make sure that one or those people in multiple in those groups that kind of say this is what we believe, this is what we think, and there is no other way of thinking or believing. So this is where, in this card here too, it has the key and the lock. And so you have the key to your own truth, to unlock your own truths. And just because maybe friends of yours, or, say friends, family, spiritual, people that you're connected with, say, well, this has to be one way, and you feel like, well, I have to follow that, because that becomes groupthink. It's like you lose the ability to kind of think for yourself. And so I'm just going to set that card aside. And I think some of that might have to be kind of too, again, with what's going on in the world, because I know every time, I go to turn, we don't have cable news, but every time I go to turn on things, I'm seeing a lot of the stuff that's going on. And so there is that constant output out there of what I get at the bottom is the five of pentacles, the five of wands, excuse me, about conflict, quarreling, arguing, disagreement. There is so much of this. And we sometimes a lot of people fall into that group thing because of all the chaos that's going on. But with you, Tapestry, you have the magician as well. And the magician is about knowing that everything that you need is within yourself. You have the ability to co create with spirit, not to fall into the group thing, but to be mindful of your own thoughts and what you feel is right for yourself and what's true for yourself. And again, co creating, you have all of the elements that you need within yourself and within life, and your connection with your higher power, your guides, whoever you work with on a spiritual level. And then the other card I got for you to go with that is the judgment card. And so the judgment card reads both ways. With the conflict, with the group think, we may feel like we're being judged if we don't follow the group think, and we don't have, or we're too afraid to share our thoughts because of the quarreling, of the fighting. But just know that that spiritual awakening that's also for this card is in your hands. You have the power for that. And I pulled one of my pink cards for you, one of my pink circles. And as I was turning things around, I noticed her right here. I see a female figure here. There's her hand, and we have five, just like the five of wands. We have these five circles. And to me, instead of imagine feeling that bringing into you that the quarreling, the fighting, or the conflict that could also be within, to allow these beautiful blessings to fall into your hands, into your palms. The Five of Pentacles is usually seen as feeling, having a sense of lack, of loss, or isolation, but to not feel that. Reverse that thing, reverse that group thing. Turn your thoughts around and see them as blessings that you're bringing into yourself. I also don't know if you have any fur babies on the other side. I do have what looks like a dog, or this could be a wolf. I don't know if a wolf might be one of your totems. And I also, for me, I see either a cat or an owl right here. So owls, wolves may be your totems, or also maybe a cat or a dog on the other side that just are there to let you know, to say, hey, I'm here, I'm in your heart. Remember to love yourself. And with that light green, those are the colors of the heart chakra, greens and pinks. So making sure that you show yourself some self-love. And that's what I have for you.
Fantastic.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, wow,
Ange.
wow. Okay. Warrior for Truth. Here we go. So we start off with the little charm that says discover. This one's getting kind of beat up. It's been in there for a little while. But anyways, it says discover on it. Okay, and it's really awesome because it landed on the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Wands. Now, this is, a crossroads, definitely. So when we're talking about hidden truths and the eclipse, it's really talking about some bigger opportunity at this crossroads that you have at the moment. It's time to take the next step. Don't just stay in this Two of Wands moment. Like, actually sort of, take some action, because as I was saying at the beginning of the live, this eclipse energy is very much about catapulting you forward, pushing you out of your comfort zone, encouraging you to do the thing instead of procrastinating, right? So Two of Wands is like, okay, fine, like you're making the plans, but now take the next step and like let's get going, okay? Because here we go with the World card. Now the World card is suggesting that with the decision of the Two of Wands at the crossroad, is this sort of decision to close a chapter, to sort of move on, complete a cycle, if you will. um because this is all about outgrowing something, right? So again, sometimes we can remain in the confines of our comfort zones of the Two of Wands, but we need someone or something like an eclipse to push us outside of our comfort zone and complete the cycle so that we can move on, so we can grow, we can step more into our power, into our success, right? And so it's basically, like pushing us out of the little nest there, like go, go fly, do your thing. And then we have the little like Mario mushroom, which is all about growth. What happens to Mario when he takes the mushroom? Bloop, bloop, bloop. He grows, right? He's bigger. So anyway, then we get into the Five of Pentacles. Now this is interesting, right? Because it's showing the Two of Wands in the crossroads, the decision to like do something, the completion of the cycle, and the completion of the cycle is very much pointing to this. Have you been in like a lack mindset lately? Right? Limiting beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, of course. Um, Lack mindset of scarcity, right? Have you been in that lately? So it's really encouraging you to potentially like release that, or sort of step out of that. And maybe this is the cycle that it's asking you to stop. You know what I mean? Stop that cycle. Actually, we have the little bottle of dish soap, and it's asking you to sort of clean up that lack mindset, okay, in the Five of Pentacles, because if not, then it could be like a slippery slope with a banana peel that could lead down, a dark hole that you don't want to go down. So on that, moving on with that Five of Pentacles, we have the Wealth card, which is interesting, right? Because a lot of times we can think, oh, like money in terms of wealth and Five of Pentacles, but in this situation, we're talking about wealth as in your relationship with abundance in general, your capability of attracting prosperity, and specifically about old mindset shifting, right? Because wealth can be our health as well. And really, I believe that our health is actually weighs a lot more than material gain. So then we have this card that says, where are you on fire? All right. And this can be taken in a couple different ways, but how I got it was like, what lights you up? You know what I mean? With that Two of Wands and that cycle completing and that shifting out of that lack mindset, focusing on your wealth and abundance. Now, where can you focus that? Where are you on fire? What really lights you up? Where could you focus your attention, right? Instead of focusing on lack, focus on the full dozen. We have a dozen eggs here. And then the last card that I have for you is Slingshot. And it's really cool because the baseball bat landed on here, and these both are tools that they launch something, right? So this is absolutely launching you, projecting you, giving you momentum to shoot ahead, to propel forward, to get out of anything that's has you stuck in that lack mindset, or just stuck in general, like blocked in life, right? So yeah, definitely a breakthrough is closer than you realize. Um, your path is being illuminated, right? And asking you to move forward. And you're being catapulted towards something much bigger. So don't give up. That's what I have for you.
Mm-hmm. Very similar to the initial message. Path is unfolding for you. Trust the process. That was beautiful. And Rossi says, Heather, what's the name of that round deck? It's
I
beautiful.
was talking to her about
Yes,
that. Yeah, the
it's
round deck.
called I Only Have This Deck and You Don't.
Oh
Because
no.
we are all waiting for you to release it, to have something, because the artwork is so beautiful.
Thank you.
It's
Yes.
fascinating. We
Yes,
all
I
want
need
want
that
one.
deck. I know.
Yes.
I mean, there's 4 clients already that want one. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
And they come in different shapes and sizes too. So
There
Yeah.
I
you
gotta
go.
wait till we get settled in Oregon and I get
Mm-hmm.
financially on my feet to be able to have it professionally scanned and color properly printed up and stuff. And then so hopefully maybe by, the end of the year, maybe in time for the holidays. That would be
Yes.
nice.
That'll be perfect. Yes.
Hmm.
All right. Let's go to the next draw.
All
Okay.
righty.
Let's see who we get.
Hmm.
Doo-doo. Nivra.
Nivra.
Infra.
Nivra. Are you here, Nivra? Please let us know. Make yourself known.
These readings are on fire tonight. I love them.
Mm.
Wow. So much like
We
inspiration and motivation and
people are loving your little charms. Your
oh,
charms.
Mhm.
oh,
We have to do a charms show only. I have like so many charms, and I haven't used them like
yes.
lives or anything. And I have similar. I have like little toys and like miniature of things, and they're fantastic
You've never
for
showed me
charm
your
reading.
charms. We have to do
No,
that.
Yeah.
we
Those
have
are
to do a video
charms.
on it.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, I love charms. Yes, they are cute.
Aw.
I haven't seen Nivra in your chat, Ramon.
Never,
Oh,
are you here?
I've been keeping an eye out for you.
Mm.
Nibra. Snowy
Nibra, are you
fluffy.
here?
Snowy
One, are you
fluffy.
here?
I love
Two.
that name.
All right, I don't think Nibra's here.
Oh no. Okay.
Let's. All right.
Miss Parody, I have toys. Thank you very much.
I don't think they're that.
Miss Parody.
I don't think they're that small.
Yeah, really. If they are,
Just saying.
you're using the wrong toys if they are. All right.
All right,
Who's
let's
next?
see
Oh,
who's
no.
next. Maru.
Yeah. Boy, after going after that troll, she deserves a reading. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
Yes.
Maru. Yay. Okay.
Are you here, Maruta? Of course you are.
Yes.
Mm.
Maru's a diehard. Okay. Oh, I'm so sore. Oh my gosh. I've got like a knot. You know how like sometimes you get a knot in the back of your shoulder blade? Oh, those are the
That's right.
worst.
I always get them.
Oh,
It's right there. I know
oh my
exactly what
gosh. So we have this like massager thing from Amazon that you put over your neck and then you plug it in and it massages and then you can move it down your shoulder blades. But then you get bruised from the machine. But I don't care. The bruising it feels better than the knot in the back. So anyway, don't listen to me. I'm just complaining. Okay, Maru, let me pull up your. Okay. Oh. Damn, Maru. All majors so far. Let's see here. Wow. Just had a song pop in my head. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Because I got the cook pot. So I'm like, okay, Maru, let's see what else I got here.
I got a major arcana also.
I got two of them. This is great.
Who's ready?
Not me. There's a theme here about trusting too. Trust is a big word tonight.
All right, I'll go first. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. So I pulled three cards for you. Another major arcana. There's a lot of major arcanas coming up tonight. And this one is card 13, Death. And death is not a card about literal death, as we know, right? There's a card about transformations, letting go, and more than anything, it's rebirth, right? It talks about closing one chapter and the necessity of change towards something new. And the key word here is transition. And it's interesting because it connects with this second card. This is a Lenormand Oracle, but this is past the 36, so it's a different image. And here is the arch. And the archway, it symbolizes like new doors opening for you, pathways unfolding, and again, transition, transformation, right? And it represents opportunities that are for you on the other side after this transition. So, together, these two cards, what they're saying is it's suggesting like there's an old cycle that's ending and making it's making its way to a significant transition, right? And it's saying that this new cycle is propulsing you, it's moving you towards stepping into a new gateway, leaving behind old things, and things that no longer serve you. And maybe this transition might feel intense, but it's one that is necessary. So the advice here is to move forward without fear, because the path ahead is one of growth, transformation, and even if it feels uncomfortable at first, it's asking you to trust that crossing, passing this threshold that leads to renewal and something new. And the oracle card that goes with it is celestial energy. And the message here is tap into the abundant energy of the universe. It will empower your endeavors. So the message here is connect with the universe and tap into that universal force, and it will empower toward those endeavors, crossing that archway in a transformation that will suit you into something beautiful and positive. And that's what I got for you.
I'm ready for Maruta. So Maruta, these are some very interesting cards. Um, your oracle is stranger, but it's also about curiosity. And it's learning. This card for me, what this card is saying for me is being curious, not being afraid of looking in the water, looking deep into other aspects of yourself. I feel like with this, what's hidden truths with this eclipse, um, there's a curiosity that you have about yourself that you want to look into. The reflection, scrying, going into the water. Um, it's about moving past fear of differences. I'm not sure if this, whatever this process is, not to be afraid of this curiosity. It's kind of like the Fool card, um, because because this aspect of yourself or of something with spirit, I'm thinking it's about spirit or co-creating with spirit to discover a part of yourself that is a stranger to you. But once you move past that fear and be able to sit with that emotion or with that reflection or within that meditation, that vision that you get, there is going to be something magic that comes out. And the circle, I got two actually circles for you. Then I'll get to your tarot cards. This guy came up again, but for you in this reading, I see a lamb, like a lamb or a baby cow. And so right now, March coming in like a lion, going out like a lamb. But I know being Latvian, I know a lot of the people in your country, the villages, they rely on lambs and sheep and stuff to get through the winter. So I don't know if this is an animal that represents something to you, about culture or family or ancestors that's coming through. But also, what caught my attention is that it looks like the sky here is breathing a form into being, speaking spirit into form. And I feel like with tapping into that other aspect of yourself, abilities that you have, it's almost like co creating and speaking something into spirit, creating, speaking, yes, speaking an elemental or speaking a protector. It just feels like you are going to be speaking something into existence. And for me, it almost looks like a bit of a griffin, a little bit. But then when you look at here, I see there's looks like a female figure as well with another one behind it. So I feel like this is something to do with culture, with tapping into what your ancestors used to do for maybe shamanic work, medicine work, the village women, the healers. And when you tap into that, I also got this, and this is greens and pinks. This is a heart chakra. And for me, this is like a flower, a rose. It's budding. Something's going to be blossoming when you do that. Your tarot cards, you did get a major two from me. The tower came up as the top card. And I don't know if there was a recent shakeup that you had to deal with where, so I asked for a clarifier and I got the two of swords. So a decision had to be made. But again, like with the other card, the stranger card, there's two different layers. There's the water and the physical. So we're looking at the physical and the spiritual, the water. And here also the sky was beneath the ground. So there was some decision um, that needed to be made or still possibly needs to be made, Maruda. But when you do, you will, it will work through. I did get the two of pentacles, and I love that one of these is the sun. So it's going to be able to balance these two aspects of yourself. Those two swords could be a decision, or it could be something that breaks you open, breaks open more abilities, opens you more up to abilities that you didn't maybe know that you had. But it feels almost very home-like to me. Um, that stranger, that could be an ancestor from way back, or that could be a stranger that you're going to discover with this eclipse. And that's what I have for you, my dear.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Okay. Lots of major arcana for you, Maru. Holy moly. Okay, so we start off with the Hermit. Yay, it's Hermit year. Here we go. So, I know that
Love the
you're
hermit.
aware. Yes, how to read the tarot. So, this is talking about deep introspection. This is about that illumination, right? And I love it because we're talking about hidden truths. And I mean, who's better than to reveal a hidden truth but the Hermit shining the light on something? And next to the Hermit, we have the Lover's card. Okay, so for this reading, I'm seeing that the Hermit kind of, there we go. The Hermit is like shining, illuminating some truth within yourself. Now, the Lover's card can be read in many different ways, but for this reading, I'm strongly feeling like the Lover's card is just resembling, and oh my God, Angela, resembling you in this reading, representing you in this reading. And it's like illuminating an aspect of yourself, like through this eclipse. Um, and what it's revealing is the Seven of Cups. So it came up again. And so this is about making clear intentions. Okay. So illuminating a part of yourself that has to do with making clear intentions. That's really what it wants you to focus on during this eclipse. Okay. And through the clear intentions, something's cooking, right? That's what I was saying. I had that song stuck in my head. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? So this cook pot, though, when I talk about that, it's about transformation. If you think about it, if you take a bunch of things and put it into a pot, you're literally doing alchemy. You're mixing, you're transforming something, right? So when we can get clear on our intentions and be intentional about different aspects of ourselves, different aspects of our life, and what we want, then we can easily move forward. We have the little car about moving. It's like the chariot, right? Moving forward, moving on, with that transformation and trusting. Here we go with trusting the process again, because I have the trust card, and that literally is just, what comes to mind is just trusting the process. Like, even if it feels uncertain, just know that you're held and trusted, like, by the universe, by the web of life, which came out on the trust card as well. Having faith in the bigger picture of things, right? And then we end here with what needs celebrating, which is great. What, and only you can answer that. But we have a little pipe, and I know that you like to smoke. So hey, what needs celebrating, right? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And this little chart says, "I woke up like this," right? To show how amazing and awesome you are. And two other charms that fell out were Blockbuster and Little Cassette Tape. So this is all about nostalgia. This is all about, you know, so think of some things from the past, such as this, that like, you know, brought you joy. And is there something like that that you could bring back into your life, or something similar that you could celebrate currently in your life? Um, but again, it goes back to those intentions and illuminating something, yeah, within yourself, right? It's there is a transformation unfolding for you. There's no doubt about that, right? And so basically it's asking you to get to the truth of the matter, to your true heart. That's what the Lover's card is, about your path, you know, with the Hermit, about your choices, with the Seven of Cups, you know. And just trust yourself and clear away any of that confusion, and celebrate yourself in the process, because you're worth it.
Hmm.
That's what I have.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's underlying messages here, like
Mhm.
we started with, of transformation and paths unfolding. Back again. So again, it's just trust the universe, connect with uh, uh, your higher powers to and trust the process. That's it. There's a lot of positive things coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, beautiful readings. Thank you, ladies. So we are at hour and a half. How are we doing?
I got enough energy for, I think, another
Yeah,
one.
I'm good.
I'm good for
Yeah.
another.
Can we do another
Mhm.
one? All right.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
Normally at this point I'm kind of tired, but actually I'm fine tonight.
Hmm.
You're good. All
Must be
right.
that eclipse energy.
There you go.
And it's interesting. You got the Hermit, a Virgo card, and this eclipse
Yeah.
is happening on a Virgo moon. So yeah,
Yes.
perfectly themed. All right. All right. Let's do a draw and see who we get next.
Scorpio.
Scorpio
Scorpio
goodness.
goddess.
Goddess. Scorpio goddess, are you here? Please let us know. Karen says, I love a cat in every card. Cats are fun. I don't have a cat. I've never had a
Oh,
cat. I
hi,
would love to have a
Elizabeth.
cat someday. Hi,
Mhm.
Elizabeth.
Hey.
Yes, they are.
All right. So it seems that Scorpio goddess is not here. Maybe she stepped out. Let's draw quickly someone else.
Okay.
We still have 13 entries there. Let's see who we get. Essence of the Moon.
Selena. Ooh.
Selena. Wow.
Selena. See, you're
Selena,
remembering
are you
her name
Selena
now.
still
here?
This is
here.
good.
Yes.
Selena. Selena.
Selena with a C.
Yes. Oh.
Hola, I'm here.
Yes. Hola. Yes, you're here.
Hola, mi amiga. Okay. Chihuahua is like
Mm.
a cat, but with a kinder attitude.
I don't know. I've seen some chihuahuas that are very
Eh,
mean. So, your little Sunny and your little Lola
Hmm.
are absolute treasures, Miss Tarody. They are so sweet. Some of the ones I've met have had not a very nice disposition, so
mm.
I
Yeah, they
always
have their
like
own
seeing.
personalities, but overall they're so faithful, they're protective, they're so loving. They love to be with their guardian. I don't like to use the word
Mhm,
owner because it's their guardian. They like to be
mhm.
with mine, and there's that unconditional love
They're like
always.
our spirit
The-
guides in the physical form, you
yes,
know.
definitely. Little angels with you.
Until they're not a little angel, and then you're kind of like, their favorite human. There you go, Miss Tarot D. They're humans, they like to
Hmm.
call.
I'm their pet. They have me trained when to give them treats, when to hug them. I know all the cues.
Interesting.
Mm, I like that. Okay.
Okay, Selena. So I am just going to start off with the circle. It's one of the neuro ones. It's part of my chakra ones that I'm doing. This is for the third eye. Um, I'm seeing, I'll point out to you in a second. I am seeing, when I look at it this way, I am seeing somebody sitting, what makes me think of as being a throne. And to me, it looks like there's a scepter or wand in her hand. And that's her right there for me to back it up a little bit. This is like the chair. There she's sitting there, and then there's like a wand or something sitting beside her. Maybe to you it might be a sword, but what you're really going to love,
Oh,
and he's one of my favorites right here, is this guy. Oops. So this guy here, I mean, he came right out when I started painting this, and he was just really right up front. And so for me, um, I wanted to ask who this was. For me, I feel very like crescent moon, and it's very interesting because you're, essence of the moon. Um, but it feels like a mask as well. In the area where I live, um, in Midwest too, there are some indigenous nations that have what is known as the false faces or the false masks that the shamans would use during ceremonies. And for me, it almost kind of made me feel that with this one here. So he feels very ancient. He feels very grandfather. This could be somebody in a spirit guide on the other side of yours. I mean, it feels like he's there for not just specifically one person. I'm not quite sure, but it's just a very ancient. And for me, with it being with the blues, it's the third eye. It's the indigos. It's the deep ultramarines. It's about awakening that third eye. And with his mouth, it feels like his mouth is open, and it almost seems like there's a bird or this blue coming out. It's like kind of blowing that essence into your third eye to open up to you more. Um, and so I still need to kind of sit a little bit later with this one. If I get any more impressions, I'll share with you a little bit later. But he is the one that stood right out to me, and it also feels kind of like water, maybe water dragon. Here I almost kind of see something that looks like possibly a horse leaping up. um, and then sometimes I just will hold this and let people see what speaks to them in there. So if you want to watch on playback and pause, everybody that I've shown these two, please go ahead and do that and let me know what you have seen and shared. So from your oracle card, I got the first breath, the beginner's mind. So it was like he was breathing something out into your third eye. Here she's connecting with the universe. She was the first breath. She was the beginner mind. She was the one that thought and brought the whole universe into creation. She's like the creatrix. Um, and here too with you, Selena, with the moon. She's right there in front of the moon. So it's showing how she's all connected with the planets, the moons, the solar system, that first breath, that creation. But also at the bottom of the deck, I did get the me talks, and this is about making time that you take time for yourself, and we've talked in private. So I know how sometimes it's hard in your schedule and being a mom to be able to have time to yourself. So making sure that you are repairing your body, mind, and spirit. And I think he's somebody that you can maybe call on too as a guide to help you with that, because blue also is healing. It's especially when it's a deeper blue. It's like the deeper the color, it's the deeper the healing that needs to be done. But with your tarot cards, I got two majors for you. The top card, surprise, surprise, here's the Hermit. So again, going into that hermit mode with this, with hidden truths, with this eclipse, illuminate is when you go within, um, possibly connecting with that spirit guide, finding that there is that, finding maybe more of a connection that you have with certain plant. Okay, so Selena, what just jumped in my mind is that there are videos on YouTube where people have actually been able to record the planets. They sing, they have a sound, and they put that into like a vibration, and you can play it and you can hear it. So maybe start tapping into going within, doing self introspection, maybe meditating with the different sounds of the planets, and see how they affect you when you listen to each one, kind of like crystal bowls or tuning forks. And the bottom card in the deck is the sun card. So again, just beautiful energy, the sun, the moon, bringing that balance in. But girl, just really make sure that you do find time for yourself to cleanse, to bathe, to kind of like baptismal, um, anoint yourself, repair your mind by make sure that you take care of yourself spiritually and energetically on a whole. And that's what I have for you. Thank you for us. Thank you, everybody, for letting us read for you. I just wanted to add that really quick. This has been
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes, that was interesting. You mentioned the music and the planets. I have a video on my channel called which establishes like a connection between tarot and music, and it talks about a concept that comes from the Greek times and what was developed in the Middle Ages called musica universalis, or music of the spheres. And it talks about the musical notes associated with different celestial bodies. It's a concept that's been around, and there are videos like you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
that talks about the vibration of these planets and their association with musical
And
notes.
color
So it's a
as well.
and color and
Yeah.
color.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you can swing by, go through my videos. There's one that talks about music and sound in tarot and establishes that connection.
Mhm.
But hmm Ange, are you ready?
I am. I am. Okay. Selena, this is a powerful reading. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords. So we start off with the Page of Swords, and what this is talking about specifically when it comes to hidden truths and this eclipse, this is you really going further into investigating something in life, really questioning things, um, really. I feel like right now, like you're asking all kinds of questions and like you're just on this quest, right? So sort of to seek the truth and specifically the truth, what that means to you specifically, not what everybody else wants you to believe or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you're on this personal quest, and this eclipse is really highlighting this for you. um so it's really asking you, with this particular card, to be mindful of any misleading information, like just, really trust here we go with trust the process again, but trusting yourself through the process, like, you know what I mean, like when you are trying to uncover the truth. Okay, so then we get into the King of Pentacles. Now this particular card is talking about the need to take more control over your material world, but specifically with your ability to feel stable. Are there gaps in your foundation, right? So this is all part of that sort of what you're trying to uncover, right? You're building this. You're through this. You're building your stability of what that means to you. Okay. Um, and then we have the my stalker card, the Seven of Pentacles came out for you. Now, you know, in this particular reading, when it comes to this eclipse, this is talking about patience, but specifically like evaluating whether you should wait or make adjustments, or shift your approach. And the thing is, I feel like you are trying to uncover so many different things in your life because you are so curious and you want to get to deeper into things, right? But then you're not sure, like, what should I leave on the vine and what should I pick, kind of thing, with the seven of Pentacles. And then we have this here. It's called the makeup brush. Now, this is about reinventing yourself. This is about self-expression, changing how you present yourself to the world, finding out what that is, like, basically how you're perceived versus who you truly are, being authentic, all of that. And that, I think, again, I believe that this is like something with that Page of Swords in terms of discovering that, right? And I feel that we all go through this in life, but I feel like it's a really big transformation for you for some reason in life right now, that you're really fully stepping into this to see how you really want to show up in the world, how you really want to sort of reinvent yourself. Um and yes, okay, so there's that. And then we have the word support. Now, remember, like with the Seven of Pentacles, this kind of goes hand in hand with support. Remember that you don't have to do this alone, right? So you're out here and you're seeking the truth and you're building and you're doing things, but allow yourself to receive help from others, right? Like emotional, financial, practical, everything, right? It's all part of growth. And the biggest part though about this card with support is know who's truly in your corner to help you, right? Know who's there to help you on your path. Sometimes it can feel alienated. There's alien. Sometimes it can feel alienating when we are on that sort of path to reinventing ourselves and finding out like where we really fit and what we want, right? But that's okay because there's support. There's people here to assist you, right? And with that Seven of Pentacles, we also have this charm that says, "Give me a freaking minute. I'm overstimulated," right? And this can be that feeling of like, whoa, like there's so much information, there's so many things, there's so many people. Like it's almost like take a step back, right? Take that step back and like reevaluate things, right? To see where you really stand. We have the little mailbox that came out, and these are messages that definitely are coming through for you at the moment, and that could come in many different forms. It could be actual messages from people in your life. It could be from the spirit world, and I'm strongly feeling the spirit world as well, because we have what majesty hides within you. So you have this like really deep, almost like ancient wisdom that is literally coming up and out of you. You see how it's coming up and out of this person. Sorry, there's a glare there, but there you go. Right, and so right on top of that fell the pyramids from like Egypt, and we also have this little like skull bottle, which is like about ritual and altars and things like that, which I know that you're right into, right? So basically, yeah, you're on this quest to reinvent yourself, to go deeper into this majestic, like really deep, almost like ancient ancestral parts of you. Like I can when I said I like this was a strong reading, like I felt it in like my bones, and so yeah, it's just asking you to go further into it, to um ask deeper questions and get to know people around you more, so that you know who's really in your corner. But be patient, right? Because all of your hard work is going to pay off in the end, with that Seven of Pentacles. And just know that you are supported. Just open yourself up to that. And this is a really good time to redefine how you show up in the world, through your self-expression and how you want to show up. So yeah, this eclipse is really like illuminating your path. In terms of truth and alignment and ancient wisdom and curiosity and evolution. Yeah, all of it, girl. Like I say, just keep going with it. Like don't give up, and don't get frustrated, and don't hang on to this overstimulation, right? Like just tap into it. And one more thing, I just have to mention, June 5th is the date on this little bread clip here. So you might want to write down June 5th, because it might have a significant meaning to you. So that's what I
Ooh,
have for you.
Interesting.
wow.
Wow. Yeah, you were talking about curiosity and difficulties and discovery. I have sort of like a similar theme. So, the tarot deck that I'm using is the Starbright's Tarot. And it has all 78 cards, but also has a few cards as an oracle. And interesting, the first card I got is the new moon.
Mm.
And the new moon is one, it's a symbol that represents fresh starts, setting intentions, and the unknown potential of something ahead. I pulled a Lenormand card and two cards came out, so I'm going to use both of them. The first card is the keyhole, and the keyhole is what it symbolizes is uh, solutions, discovery, effort, and the potential to unlock something. Sort of like a new path, something new that is revealing. The second card I got is the mountain from Lenormand. And the mountain typically signifies some type of obstacle, a delay, or a challenge that can slow progress, right? But the combination of all three cards, what I'm getting is that it's indicating to me that there is a new phase that you're entering, right? Something is standing in your way, but there's an opportunity for this. There's an opportunity for something hitting with this challenge that requires some type of persistence, patience, and insight to access it. The key to whatever path you want to take is within you, right? It's a matter of trusting your intuition, trusting your capabilities, and trusting in your spiritual guides to help you go forward. And more than anything, your intuition. The fourth card that I got for you is an oracle card, and it talks about cosmic unity. And the message here is embrace the oneness of all existence. Love and compassion will guide your actions. So use love, compassion, and I want to add intuition in whichever action you take, and this will lead you to the purpose that the universe has for you. That's what I got for you.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah, so we are almost at 2 hours, and I think this concludes our show tonight.
Mm-hmm,
Would
hmm.
you agree?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I am depleted of energy. These readings takes a lot from you. And
Yes.
I don't know if this is your experience too, but after I do a reading, I'm starving.
Oh, I
Like it
know.
Oh yeah,
takes
I got a candy
away.
bar waiting for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It doesn't
Right?
matter how much I eat. I eat something before the
Officially,
shows, and I'm not
Yes.
hungry at all, but afterwards I'm like, oof, like I need
Same.
to munch on something.
Yes.
Um,
hmm
yes. So everybody, thank you for being here. I'm gonna have another show tomorrow on my channel called Moon Alchemy, and I'll be reading with Gerald Tarostash and Linda de Gonzalez, in which
Mm.
we do readings on different moon cycles, and we draw the energy of the current moon cycle of the show to pull cards, different divination tools for readings for free. So if you're interested in a reading, you didn't have a chance tonight, you have an opportunity to swing by tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do you ladies have going on your channels?
Tomorrow night, I have my regular Friday night sidekicks with Allison at 8 p.m. and the lovely Selena. Essence of the Moon is our guest
Hmm.
tomorrow night. So we go on at 8 o'clock. And then Saturday night, another lyrical live stream
Yes.
with Angie and I. And I can't remember our guest off the top of my head for Saturday night.
Sarah, SNL
Yes, I get to
Wyman's
meet
Rockin'
Sarah. So we'll
Writing.
be with Sarah. Yep. And then
Yes.
Nice.
Monday, I don't think I have anything Sunday, but Monday, Nancy will be hosting the Divine Feminine. So,
Oh, nice.
yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So yeah,
Ange?
tomorrow on Elizabeth's channel, The More Intuitive Me, I will be co-hosting with her for the Moon Magic, where she has an actual fire going under the full moon, the full Virgo moon, where we'll be helping with releasing. So if you want anything released, or if you want to manifest anything under the full moon, we have it's basically like a beautiful ceremony that we put together for you. So come on over for some healing and connection and support under the full moon. We use our drums, and it's a really good time. The first one that we did last month was really powerful. If you're not able to make it live and you still want to be included in terms of the release into the fire or into the jar, please just send me a message. Any one of my ways to message me, email me, or drop a comment below, or email Elizabeth and let us know so that you can be a part of the ceremony if you can't physically be there at that time. We want to be able to include everybody in the community and who is watching that wants to be a part of that. And then, of course, like Heather said, lyrical live stream on Saturday on my channel at 8 p.m.
At 8
Yes,
p.m.
8 p.m. And that's going to be great. So what else? I think that's it for now. I've been going live. Oh my gosh.
She's been a
Almost
busy girl.
every day. And
Lately,
so,
yeah, very
yeah,
active.
yeah,
Hmm.
I do have to slow it down a little bit because I have to, yeah, I have to, I just, I love doing it so much. And then
No,
sometimes
you
I'm like,
don't.
oh my
You don't have to
gosh.
slow down. No, if you enjoy it, you're
Mhm.
putting out there that positive energy that you
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
Yeah.
It
yeah.
reaches
Mhm.
people. So
It does. It does. I just have to
yeah.
take some time to
Mm.
recharge and then, we'll be
There
Mm-hmm.
you
back.
go.
So,
Replenish
yeah.
that
Makes
well.
sense.
Yeah. But
Yes.
thank you so much, Ramon. This was so
Yes,
great.
thank
I
you, Ramon.
really enjoyed reading with both of you
I've
tonight.
missed reading with you, Ramon. So
Yeah.
it's
Yes,
been
you both
nice.
of you. And we hope to do it again. Let's not wait till the next eclipse. Let's get
Yes,
together
yes,
and
Yes.
do another
exactly.
show.
Another two and a
Which
half years.
whatever excuse, it's Earth.
Mm.
Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for your energy, and we're looking forward to see you on our channels again
Thank you,
Yes.
everybody.
and for more readings. As always,
Yes.
blessings to all
Bye.
to everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night.